Hello, my Jason. Welcome to my anime review for The Rolling Girls. And so this is a 2015 anime series with a 2014 manga of the same name by Yosuke Miyagi, with illustrations by Bonokara as well. But that serves as a backstory to the anime. So this is really your quintessential sort of original anime series. This came out on Crunchyroll like a couple months ago. This anime I've always wanted to watch since it came out in 2015, but it just wasn't available on Crunchyroll. It was available through the Funimation streaming service. And so finally took the time to watch the whole entire series, binge it through all the way, and I was very interested because of the trailer itself. The trailer represented it as this very fun action series with fantastic animation and along with some very interesting characters as well. However, the series kind of falls apart as you continue the story because the story itself is very vague. The plot description that's been given on Crunchyroll and even on Wikipedia as well, and even Anime News Network, it doesn't really describe the story that well because it has nothing to do with all this backstory going on with this invasion, these clans fighting each other. It's mostly just a sort of road trip series with these four girls in Nozumi, Yukina, Ai, and Chihaya. They travel together to fulfill a quest for Matcha Green, also known as Masami, Nozumi's friend, and in exchange they get these moonlight stones, basically MacGuffins, because there's no real description of what these things actually do. The characters think they know what they do, but a bit of a minor spoiler, they don't actually serve that exact purpose as the characters think, and there isn't really any explanation given to these MacGuffin stones, and very disappointingly enough there, that's where one part of the story falls apart. Some of the more compelling characters that I found in Masami and Kuniko, who we do see in the beginning stages of the series in the first episode, if their big fight that's also shown in the trailer as well. If this story focused more on those two characters, I think this would have been much more interesting, to say the least. The series itself does with its arts and visuals, with the background scenes, every background is sort of like a work of art, and that really makes this series very visually appealing. So the music, the way the insert songs are pushed in, and some action scenes, some emotional moments is very well done as well. The character design is very lacking though. I always judge character designs by the uniqueness of the characters, and not many of the characters had a very unique look, in my opinion anyway. But the character animation stuff, in terms of the way the animators captured the emotions of the characters and the way their movements are done as well, were very good, though, despite the lack of very interesting character designs. But as I said before, this series is sort of a road trip type series with Nozumi, Yukina, Ai, and Chihaya. They're sort of finding themselves on this road trip as well. Nozumi, she's trying to fulfill the request for her friend in Matcha Green, who is taken out of commission due to the events of the first episode. Yukina, she's sort of just wandering about. She's trying to find herself as well. She's a very good artist. She's terrible with direction, though, very moe type character trait. She wants to grow stronger, basically, and finding these stones is one way of doing that for her. And Chihaya, she has a request for Nozumi. She also wants to find the stones as well. Her story gets very convoluted. Won't reveal too much. Don't want to spoil the series for anyone here, despite this being a 3-year-old series. But still, I don't want to reveal what her convoluted story grows into. It's very convoluted. It's when the series really jumps the shark, despite other things going on with all these other small anthology source stories. We encounter many other characters that have used the power of the stones through their own advantages, through their own gangs and clans, and very much infighting and all that stuff there. Very repetitive, but some stories did pop out that were interesting me a lot. The Misa and Mama Chio story was very interesting and fun, but most of the characters the four girls interact with are a lot more interesting than the four girls themselves. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but definitely the four protagonists that we do follow go through very minimal character growth, just more of the moe type quirks that the characters have. As I said before, Yukina, she is very bad at directions. She's very strong-willed, and her personality does clash with Nozomi as well, who's very reluctant, sort of your reluctant hero type. And Chihaya is just a very quirky young girl, taking pictures of everyone and referring to everyone by their nicknames. And the reveal of that is a mix of, they show you how she knows all these girls, but they tell you at the same time as well. So I didn't really like that there. Just show, don't tell, don't even combine the two at the same time. Don't tell us one thing and then show it again. It's just very repetitive for that type of storytelling, and that's where it really falls apart for me, or the Rolling Girls, is the storytelling. It's not really too compelling, but the animation, the art, the visuals is very compelling, very interesting to watch. And so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, the Rolling Girls is an anime for you. But for me, I'm gonna give this series a B- rating. It's a very fun and enjoyable series, but it wasn't something that I really wanted to enjoy, so that I thought would be really compelling to watch. It was just your basic run-of-the-mill, in terms of story, your run-of-the-mill anime story, with the sort of misadventures of these four girls and the quirkiness of them, and some comedic bits added in between of each episode. Like I said before, Masami and Kuniko, their interactions were very fun to watch. Their dynamic, their clash of personalities were very entertaining, and I thought those two characters got a lot more growth, surprisingly, despite the lack of screen time for them than the four girls combined. And so I thought if the story focused more on them in some sort of way, this could have been more interesting to watch, combined with the amazing visuals, the amazing background designs. This could have been a very high-profile series other than just your run-of-the-mill anime series. And so, have you already seen the Rolling Girls? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. Also, make sure to like, share, and subscribe as well. Make sure to hit that bell notification as well to get notified whenever I post videos on this channel. Thank you for watching my anime review for the Rolling Girls. Hope you guys have a nice day. Bye-bye.